yeah, like how hard is it to do just that? Hey guys, it's Dina and welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to make a video about habitrail. And like seeing their things that they sell and in how just bad they are. But also talk a little bit about some of the creative things that they've done, but still not very recommended. So I have a whole book of a lot of books about habitrail's cages and everything that they sell. It was pretty disappointing, but anyways, I used to have a habitrail cage and I used to think it was super fun and interesting and good for the hamster. And that was not long ago. That was only like last year, until I realized that she was climbing everywhere, she was biting everything. Also almost escaped, so that wasn't secure, and it was just not that good or suitable for them. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about that, and I'll show you the book. But that's why I had the book, because I got the cage and it came with the cage. And into it. Okay, so I have two books about habitrail that came with the cage. And the books smell amazing. And I don't know which one to read first. I'm gonna start with the small one. Whoops. Okay, so this small one is discovering the new world of habitrail. You can see these are like some of the cages that they sell. And this is the one that I bought. This cage is the one that I bought. So this cage right here is small. I measured it and it was like 100 something square inches of floor space. It was at first to me it seemed super cool because it had so many openings, which I thought was actually really cool, and I still think it's cool. I think that it shouldn't be for hamsters, but it's pretty interesting, very modern. But anyways, you can see how it opens from both sides like this. It opens from the top. It's like a chamber. You had to twist it. It's pretty interesting and it was pretty fun for me. But that's the thing about most hamster cages, like Tiny Tails, Katie, all of those very, very small hamster brands. It's all about fun. I remember someone reviewing the Tiny Tails hamster cage, and it literally had a map, word search, and on the back it was like, connect them all. Hamster cages and hamsters are not for kids. There was also one where there was a cage and it was shaped like a car, and it had like something to drag it around. So it had like a rope, and you can drag it around the house. Like if your hamster was sleeping, oh my god, how disturbing and irritating and stressful would that be for a hamster? Only thing that I like about the habitrail is they have good carriers. Like if you were to take your hamster to the vet, they're pretty good. They're clear, transparent, suitable, but only as a carrier and not to live in for the rest of its life. So that's the only thing. Oh yeah, and I just finished setting up my hamster's cage. I spot cleaned it and I did a different setup, so I'll show you right now. So yeah, like how hard is it to do just that? It is so cheap and so simple. Not to mention that the habitrail cages are like $80, and you can get a bin cage that's way bigger than that for like 10 or 20. So once again, they are doing this kid entertainment where you can do a whole bunch of fun things. Like your hamster's gonna live in that. So cool.
What?
Okay guys, so I found something extremely disappointing. So yes, I found this fluff. This is happening, like, if you see any fluff, please don't get it, don't trust them, because this is bad. This is super duper bad for hamsters. And I'm sure a lot of people know this because a lot of people have been saying it, but if the fluff can, like, you know, cotton balls or fluff, if you stretch them, they become very stringy. And if that wraps around your hamster's teeth, swallow it, it's most likely gonna be, like, your hamster is gonna be very, very sick and possibly die just because of fluff. It's super dangerous. The fluff can wrap around anything inside a hamster's body. It can cut anything, like it can cut something inside the body, and it's so dangerous, and it's so bad for the hamster. Really bad. So please, if you see anything like cotton or fluff and they're selling it for hamsters, please don't get it, because it's just really bad, and you don't want to do that to your hamster. So yeah. Okay. And one other thing, it can also wrap around their limbs and cut off circulation. And I know it's hard to believe that a piece of fluff can do all that, but it really can. Especially that sometimes hamsters like to put some nesting into their mouth, or like pieces of bedding or nesting. They like to put it in their mouth, in their pouches, and sometimes they swallow it a little bit. So it can really be dangerous and a huge risk. So yeah, safe nesting material would be like hay, tissue, just shredded up tissue, paper, I think. I don't know, maybe not, I don't know, but maybe paper. Just don't do it just in case. But yeah, the main things are like shredded up tissue, hay, those kind of things that are not stringy. Okay, so another very not good picture is this. This is not enough for your hamster, so that means don't go and build more and more. They do not like heights. They don't enjoy going through, you know, going up everywhere, you know. They only like floor space. And yeah. And I actually have a habitrail wheel, and I'll go show it to you right now. So the reason why habitrail wheels are super dangerous for hamsters is because they have little like gaps, like lines, and if your hamster's hand or foot get caught in this, they'll most likely break it, or, you know, get stuck in it. And if you're not at home, for example, or, you know, close by, and you don't notice this, then that could be a really big issue. So if you see any wheel, not necessarily just the habitrail, any wheel really that has like mesh, that's made out of mesh, or bars, and, you know, wheels that have gaps like this, don't buy it, because it's really just going to cause a lot of hurt for your hamster, and can also cause foot bumble. I think that's what it's called. Bumblefoot, I don't know, but something like that, and it's really not good. And another reason that you don't want to have this wheel is because it's very noisy. It's super duper squeaky. It makes a lot of noise and it's just totally unsuitable for your hamster. So, like, really, really not recommended. Also, these are too small. I don't think they come in any other sizes than this. This is probably like a 7 or 6 inch, which is too small for a hamster, especially a Syrian. A recommendable size for a Syrian hamster is 10 to 12 inches. That's like the perfect size. When I showed you the picture of my setup, hamster's cage, you saw the big wheel. It's a flying saucer and it's huge. It's like humongous for her. And it's super big, like it's above the minimum. So it's super big. I know when she was running on it, I actually just got that wheel yesterday. Her back wasn't bending. It wasn't like curving up, and her sides. Another thing that tends to happen with flying saucers is their sides also curve like this, and not just their backs, but their sides can also curve, and that can really hurt them. To get the biggest wheel that they had, and that was the biggest wheel, and it's like really big, so I'm super glad I got that. And it's super silent, so I really recommend the biggest flying saucer. They're so silent and they're big and they're just amazing. They don't have any gaps. They have tiny little like bars, just so tiny, like little lumps that go all around the wheel so that they can have a little bit more grip on it. But it's not like gaps, that's a different story. That book. And then I'll show you a little bit about the other book. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, I got mistaken. This is just an instruction like book, just on all of the cages that you get. It'll have instructions for all of them. But it did have a little note, a little message. So I wanted to read what they said. Hi, new friend. Congratulations on your purchase of the habitrail OVO, the ideal home and play environment for hamsters. Please take the time to read this user manual carefully and keep it on hand for future reference. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and like this video and comment down below what you thought of it. And just keep in mind that the minimum hamster cage is 450 square inches. So please don't get any of the Tiny Tails KT, except the newer one that came out recently. I don't know. But it's a good size. That's the only suitable one, I believe. And just don't get the Tiny Tails or the habitrails or any of those because it's really not good for the hamster. So thank you guys so much for watching, and bye!